are a daughter-father artist team who make and sell our own nightlights. Today's story is about Moon Paris.
The Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World's Fair.
It is now the most visited, paid-for-tourist attraction in the world.
But after the fair was over, this temporary structure was to be torn down and sold as scrap metal.
1889 was going to be the 100th anniversary of the start of the French Revolution, the birthday of the French Republic.
So basically, they wanted to throw a big birthday party.
Unfortunately, the previous World's Fair in 1879 had lost a lot of money, so a committee of shrewd business people were brought in to plan the massive celebration on a tight budget.
The committee wanted the fair to have a single signature structure that would symbolize French culture in art, science, and engineering.
They wanted the structure to be the tallest building in history, and at over 1,000 feet in 1889, it would be.
What did they call the signature structure? The Spike.
The Paris World's Fair Committee opened a new design competition for their spike. More than 700 plans were submitted by French architects and engineers.
Gustave Eiffel was a renowned and meticulous structural engineer who was very famous for building railroad bridges and many more amazing things, including the internal structure for the Statue of Liberty.
A couple of engineers who worked for Eiffel sketched some ideas for the spike. He purchased the exclusive rights to his engineers' ideas, made modifications, and submitted detailed plans to the competition.
Eiffel's design was unanimously chosen by the committee, even though hundreds of French artists protested against it.
Being shrewd business people on a tight budget, the fair committee told Eiffel that he would have to pay for most of the construction costs.
Eiffel was initially dismayed. He thought about the problem and had an idea.
Normally, World's Fair structures are torn down after the fair is over. Eiffel told the committee that he would do the deal if he would receive the entire income from the tower for 20 years.
That would include all the profits from the elevator rides to the top, the 4 restaurants, and all other tower souvenir sales. He basically was making his own amusement park.
Remembering how the previous World's Fair had lost money, the committee agreed and congratulated themselves on making such a great business deal.
Well, it turns out that after about a year, Eiffel had made back all of his money. The profits continued for the remainder of the 20-year contract.
Eiffel became an extremely wealthy man and proved that he had made the smarter business deal.
In 1909, 20 years after it was built, the terms of the agreement stated that the Eiffel Tower would become the property of Paris and would be torn down.
Gustave Eiffel had never been thrilled that his favorite project was to be destroyed, so he turned the tower into a science laboratory in hopes that it would also become an important asset for the community.
The weather station and other experiments didn't save the tower, but the radio wave experiments did.
The height of the tower allowed the French military to use Eiffel's transmitter and antenna to communicate to ships far out at sea, so the Eiffel Tower was saved.
Today, the Eiffel Tower has over 100 antennas to broadcast to Paris and well beyond.
Although considered ugly by many artists at the time,
And it was luckily saved from the wrecking ball.
the Eiffel's Tower distinct look has made Gustave Eiffel's engineering and artistic masterpiece the iconic symbol of Paris, and it is loved throughout the world.